What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to another edition of Meat on the 50. It is NFL week number 6. Yes, it is time to pick these games. It is time to break it down. So, without further ado, let's start the show. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Meat on the 50. It is NFL week number 6. It is time to break down these games, get into the action, give you our quick picks, and then talk about some of these games that have just a bit more meaning to them. Hi, how's it going? I'm Jacob Peller, one half of the Sports Guys, and as always, joining me, he's the other half of the Sports Guys. He is none other than Mr. Brandon Sullivan. Now, Brandon, we can be honest with our audience. I mean, we definitely, we're recording this after the Thursday night game. We usually record these episodes on Thursday. Your team was playing. So, I mean, I know how you're doing. I know how you're feeling. But, I mean, how big was that victory that we just saw?
Yeah, Jake, it was a big win because given the circumstances, I mean, you already don't have Talanoa Hufanga, Charvarius Ward was out, Aaron Banks was cramping up, Jordan Mason gets hurt, George Kittle's going back to the locker room, Debo's got something going on with his hand. I mean, there was just so many injuries that are, and I'm sure there's people I'm missing. Obviously, we didn't have Jake Moody, but we had a heck of a kicker come in and hit every field goal. So that was huge, but just dealing with so many injuries early on in the season. And I guess I would say that I'd rather have these injuries early in the season than late. So we're hoping that the bug kind of goes away, towards the middle, late of the season, so we don't have to deal with all this stuff. But huge victory and a huge signature win in Seattle. Obviously, 6 straight wins against the Seahawks. It's the longest winning streak for the 49ers in 49er history. We have never beat the Seattle 6 times in a row. So we've beat them 5 straight regular season games and then 1 postseason game. So very excited. Brock Purdy balled out, obviously over 255 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, a big bounce back from last week where he turned the ball over a couple of times. But this is a big divisional win for us. I mean, we're 3-3 and we are number 1 in the division right now. So I never thought that I'd be, 3 weeks ago, we were 1-2 and, we were, and the Seahawks
wasn't
were
looking
3-0.
good. Yeah, it wasn't looking
Seahawks
good.
are 3-0. So the tables have turned, and obviously I picked the Niners tonight. I'm sure you did too. And 36-24, a big run at the end by Gerardo.
I have no idea, dude. Another one, dude. Another one, dude.
And a 4th-round pick this season.
Another one, dude.
Balling out. So the 49ers capture a big victory in Seattle on Geno Smith's birthday. What'd you think?
Yeah, it was a massive victory. It started to slip away there at the middle of that third quarter towards the end. And then that massive interception, by the San Francisco 49er defense, I mean, essentially solidified the game there. And then everything after that, I mean, the defense just went to work. They kind of ate it up. You had that, I mean, it doesn't hurt when you have a 74-yard run there at the end of the game yeah, exactly. Let's check our paper. Another, yet, I guess, diamond in the rough for the San Francisco 49er running back room. I mean, it was very impressive. Solid win. And, I mean, an absolute massive victory for the San Francisco 49ers. Because, like you said, this was one that you kind of you wanted to have. You felt like you needed to have it. You had to have it. You had to have this one in Seattle. This is a big victory for the San Francisco 49ers. Debo Samuel with that big, massive touchdown run. George Kittle absolutely going off with the twinkle toes. Everybody was on fire. Yep, the kicker right. I mean, Also, I mean, did he get hurt at the end again? I mean,
I think so.
I
think so.
What is up with these guys, dude? What is up with these guys?
Get rid of the kickoff rule.
Dude,
get rid of the kickoff rule.
They put on a 49er jersey, dude. They think they become linebackers, bro. They want to hit somebody, dude. I mean, I like the aggressiveness, but damn, kickers, calm down. But yeah, solid victory there for the Niners to kick us off on Thursday night. We'll add them to the quick picks just because we kind of talked about that game. All right, before we do anything, let's just quickly go over how we did last week. Let's put it up on the screen. All right, for Brandon, 7-7, 0-1 on his guaranteed victory, was let down. For myself, 7-7. It was a 500 week for both of us. 1-0 on my guaranteed victory. Thank you. I'll take it. And yeah, I mean, the Chiefs, whatever. Overall, for the season, that puts us at 45-33 for Brandon, 2-3 on his guaranteed victories. Looking to bounce back this week, 43-35 for myself, 3-2 on my guaranteed victories. Looking to keep it rolling. Let's wipe those off the screen and let's get into these quick things. All righty, so starting us off, we are gonna talk. Well, we're not gonna talk about, but starting us off, the teams that are on bye this week. We have the Chiefs, the Rams, the Dolphins, and the Vikings. All teams are resting, taking it easy. So if you're a fan of those teams, rest easy. Your team is not playing. Starting us off in our quick picks was the teams we just talked about. We have the San Francisco 49ers at 2-3, traveling to the 3-2 Seattle Seahawks. We know that the 49ers won. The Seattle Seahawks lost. Both teams are now back at 500, and I assume that we both would pick the 49ers. Am I correct?
Yep.
Okay, let's move on. We both picked the 49ers, get the job done there on Thursday, which they did. Moving on to our Thursday morning game. Excuse me. Moving on to our Thursday morning game. We're going back across the pond, and I mean, it's the team's returning home, basically. The team is returning home. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars, right? The London Jacksonville Jaguars. They're traveling to London. They're traveling to take on the Chicago Bears. Caleb Williams, first ever game in London. What do you got for me? Jags Bears.
Yeah, I'm going to Jags. I do think they win because they have that home field advantage there.
Yep.
So and they historically have played pretty well there, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to roll with the Jags.
I completely agree. Jags have home field advantage there in London, so we're going to roll with the Jags. Returning on home, getting a big victory there in London against Caleb Williams and the Bears, sending themselves to 2-4 and sending Caleb Williams to 500. Moving on to our next quick pick game. Moving on to Sunday morning, we have the Indianapolis Colts traveling to take on the Tennessee Titans. Colts 2-3, Tennessee Titans 1-3. What do you got for me?
Got to roll with the Colts here. I know Tennessee has turned it around a little bit, but I just think that the Colts will take this one in a close game.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Colts. I think the Colts also handle business there on the road, and I do think it's a close game as well. Our next game, we got the 4-1 Houston Texans traveling to Foxborough to take on the 1-4 New England Patriots. What do you got for me?
Yeah, I think Houston wins this one for sure. I just think that CJ Stroud is able to attack that New England defense. So I think it could potentially be closer than people think, but I think that Houston wins this game.
I think this game has the potential to be a trap. Yes, I think this game could definitely be a trap. An emotional victory last week against the Bills. Now traveling on the road to Foxborough, who the Pats have a semi-decent defense. Drake May's first start, he could definitely he could do some surprising things. So just to add a little shake things up, we're gonna go with the Patriots pulling off a shocker there at home. Shocking. The Houston Texans getting a victory there at home to send the Texans to 4-2. Moving on to our next game, we got the 1-4 Cleveland Dukies traveling to the 2-2 Philadelphia Eagles. What do you got for me?
Yeah, I got a guaranteed victory. I do think that the Philadelphia Eagles win this game. I just have no faith at all in the Browns. I just think that they're going to be one of the worst teams this season.
Interesting. Okay, very interesting. I'm going to go with the Eagles because, yeah, just like Brandon said, I don't have to repeat myself. I don't have to repeat what he said. The Browns are terrible. They're the Dukies. We're going to go with the Eagles. Moving on to our next quick pick game, and that takes place in the afternoon. We got the Los Angeles Chargers of San Diego traveling to Denver to take on the Denver Broncos. What do you got for me?
Surprisingly, I actually have Denver.
Okay.
I do think Denver's kind of on a roll, and they are at Mile High. So I'm gonna roll with them this time. I think that they played a great game last week, and I'm gonna stick with it.
You're going back to back Denver donkey pick. I like
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Chargers here, coming off that bye. I also think it is trap week. Yes, I think some teams are gonna fall in some traps here. The Denver Broncos coming off a massive victory last week. We'll see if the consistency that is there for the Denver Broncos, but I do think that Justin Herbert and Jim Harbaugh go in there and get the job done on the road. Our next quick pick game is going to be the 3-2 Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to the 2-3 Las Vegas Raiders. What do you got for me?
Yeah, I got to roll with the Raiders on this one. I know they had a rough outing last week, but now they're back at home. I think they bounced back. I haven't been too impressed with Pittsburgh last couple of weeks, so I do think maybe with the change at quarterback and Aiden O'Connell starting, we might see some new wrinkles in the offense. So I'm gonna take the Raiders in a close game here.
Yeah, I think the Raiders get. I originally picked the Steelers, but I'm going to roll with the Raiders. I think the Raiders get the job done here at home. They get a bounce back victory. Max Crosby goes off, and yeah, sends the Steelers to 500. That's what we need at this point. Moving on to our next quick pick game, we got the Atlanta Falcons sitting at 3-2, coming in hot. They're rolling right now. Traveling to Carolina to take on the 1-4 Carolina Panthers. I don't even know if that stadium's still there after the hurricane. I hope it is. But Falcons, Panthers, what do you got for me?
Yeah, I got Atlanta continuing to roll. I think Kirk Cousins is going to have himself a day. So I got the Falcons winning this one. I think they win this by 10 or more points.
Yeah, I think the Falcons handle business, going to Carolina, get the job done, and continue to impress. Moving on to our Sunday night football game. And yes, they have been relegated to the quick picks. We got the 1-4 Cincinnati Bengals, Joey B playing at an MVP level, traveling to the Meadowlands, the MetLife, to take on the 2-3 New York Giants, coming off a surprising victory of Seattle last week. Bengals, Giants, what do you got for me? Sunday night football.
Man. I'm tired of picking the Bengals and them letting me down.
Tough one, dude.
You know,
do it. Go ahead, dude. Go ahead and do it, dude. Danny
I was gonna do it, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna give the Bengals one last chance. If they don't win this game, I'm not picking them again this season. So I'm gonna pick Cincinnati in this one, and a close one.
Okay.
But if they don't win this game, I've lost completely all hope, just like that they can even come close to salvaging their season. I've lost all hope that they can go 500. So this is another I don't know how many must wins we have for Cincinnati, but the Bengals have to win this game. So you know what, I'm just gonna roll with them, but I'm not confident.
Yeah, I mean the defense is absolutely atrocious. It's awful, it's terrible, it's horrendous, it's garbage. It's every single bad word you could possibly think of, or bad synonym you could possibly think of. Yeah. I mean, if they drop this game to the Giants, I granted the Giants are coming off a massive victory there against the Seattle Seahawks now at 500, right? I mean, oh man, if this happens. We're going to go Bengals getting the job done there on Sunday Night Football in the Meadowlands. Now, in our final game, in our final quick picks game, we got Monday night. We got the Buffalo Bills traveling to the New York Dumpster Fire. Jets, Jets. Yes, if you didn't know, the New York Dumpster Fire Jets have been awarded Dumpster Fire Team of the Year for the 2024-2025 NFL season after the debacle that is happening in the Jets organization. Bills, Jets, what do you got for me?
Yeah, you know, the Buffalo Bills, they should win this game, but you know, obviously the New York Jets making some personnel changes. This is going to be a weird game. I feel like this is a hard one to choose because, you know, this could go one of two ways. This could be a complete disaster for the Jets, or it could be there could be some confidence coming out of that team. Maybe they'll rally together. We've seen this before when interim head coaches come in, and we've seen it kind of go both ways. So I'm going to pick the Buffalo Bills, though, in
Okay.
this one. I do think that they bounced back from that horrible loss last week. Yeah, I think they handle business in East Rutherford.
Yeah, this is going to be a big game. How will the dumpster fire Jets respond after firing Coach Saleh this past week? I mean, like you said, generally this kind of gives the team that kind of boost. Sauce Gardner has though come out and said since that he really respects Robert Saleh. He's helped him out a lot in life. And he feels like they're actually doing it for him. So that's an interesting quote. But with that being said, yeah, we're going to ride the momentum, and we're going with the New York dumpster fire Jets to ride that wave of wanting to prove people wrong, getting the job done against the Bills, sending them both to 500. That'll do it for quick picks. Moving on to our actual games that actually matter. Not that these games don't matter, but some of these games that we're going to talk about matter just a little bit more. Kicking us off Sunday morning, we got the 2-3 Arizona Cardinals traveling to the 3-2 Green Bay Packers. Why does this game matter? Why is this game important? Well, the Minnesota Vikings are 500. The Detroit Lions are rolling. The Green Bay Packers have to keep winning. The Chicago Bears are no slouches either. The Green Bay Packers have to keep rolling. Well, why is this a big game on Arizona? Well, if Arizona gets back to 500 now, you're looking at a 3-way tie for first place in the NFC West. This game's got a lot riding on it. Cardinals, Packers, what do you got for me?
I got to roll Green Bay. I think that they play well at Lambeau, and I expect, Jordan Love to have himself a day. I think Arizona's win last week, although it was impressive, it was a little fluky to me. I still don't have faith in that team. So the Niners beat themselves more than anything. Bad turnovers, just a bad game. It was really hot. I was there. It had a weird feeling to it. So I think Green Bay stays on pace with, or that should try to catch one of the Lions or the Vikings. So give me the Packers.
Yeah, Green Bay and those young receivers. Yeah, I mean, they really are. They're really showing out. I mean, it's if it's one, it's the next. They basically play off each other, right? Jaden Reed. You have, Christian Watson's been out, but you have Jaden Reed, and you have a bunch of these other guys, right? Luke Musgrave stepping up, right? You have Josh Jacobs finally getting going with that run game. That's massive for them. And then Jordan Love playing at that high level that, they really gave him all that money for. He's playing at a high level. Since he came back from that knee problem, he's been playing really good. So Jordan Love, I think, the Cardinals, yes, like you said, coming off a massive victory. I do think that the Packers get the job done. They're at home. Like you said, I do think that they do play better at Lambeau than they do on the road. And the Cardinals coming in, that is a good way to travel. That's a long way to travel. But Cardinals got some momentum. The Cardinals get to 500. That NFC West is going to become very interesting. But I think the Green Bay Packers get the job done. They're at home in a close game. I do think that's going to be a close game. Our next game, we got the 3-2 Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling to the 2-3 New Orleans Saints again. Big matchup here. Stipulations all over the field. What you got for me, Bucs Saints?
Yeah, I got to roll with Tampa Bay here. I just think, with Derek Carr being out, Spencer Rattler coming in.
Yeah.
I don't know what to think of that. Maybe if I've seen him play a little bit more, I would be, more confident. Obviously, The Saints are at home. I just expect Tampa Bay to go in there and handle business. Maybe close, but I'm going to go with the more seasoned quarterback here.
I like it. Yeah, Baker Mayfield playing well. Mike Evans played well. The running game looked good against the Falcons there last Thursday. The Saints got some things going. The Buccaneers, excuse me. The Buccaneers have some things going. They got some things cooking right now, and they could definitely become a dangerous team later on down the road. Spencer Rattler, you said it. Here we go. A highly touted, I guess you could say, rookie coming out of camp, not the draft, camp. The Saints were very high on Spencer Rattler in camp. He was very impressive by all reports. If you look at Saints training camp reports, they were very impressed by Spencer Rattler. So I'm kind of curious to see what he brings to the table, because Spencer Rattler did not have the best college career. I'll say that. He just did not have the best college career there in multiple different schools. But I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, getting the job done there on the road, and getting a big victory. Big victory there in the NFC North. Our next game, in our last morning game, we got the 4-1 Washington Commanders traveling to the 3-2 Baltimore Ravens. What do you got for me?
Yeah, this is a close one, and this is a prove it to me game.
Okay.
This is a game for me where I already have respect for the Redskins, but if they can go over the top and they can win this game, then I go from here to way up here with them, and I'll have a lot more faith in them. So I'm not ready to pick them yet. Not in a game like this. This is too big of a game with Lamar Jackson and King Henry in the flesh. I just think that the Baltimore Ratbirds are going to come out on top in M&T Bank Stadium. I think they will beat the Redskins in a close one, but you know, I just think that there's just too many weapons for the Ravens here.
Yeah, this is going to be a prove-it game right here. This is going to be one of those games where you're going to have to, put your fingers on the grass and go to work. This is why they have that Oklahoma drill. Like, this game is going to get brutal. I do think that this game again is going to be a high scoring game because both defenses are not the best. I'm going to roll with the rookie. I'm going to roll with Jaden Daniels, continuing the hot streak, continue to roll. I'm going to believe in Dan Quinn being able to go on the road, get the job done there in Baltimore to get a massive victory against the Baltimore Ravens. Do I think Derrick Henry will go off? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Derrick Henry will go off. Do I think that, Lamar Jackson will get his yards? Yes, I do. But I also think that right now, with the way that the Washington Commanders are playing, they're a tough beat. I mean, they've scored a boatload of points to start the season. I mean, they're scoring a ton of points to start the NFL season. So, we're going to go with the Washington Commanders to get the job done there on the road against Baltimore. Moving on to the afternoon and our last game that we're going to talk about for this week. We got the 3-1 Detroit rolling Motor City Lions traveling to the 3-2 Dallas Cowboys. Lions, Cowboys. You may remember this matchup from last year. This matchup cost the Detroit Lions the playoff spot. Now, it didn't ultimately hurt them, but this definitely cost the Lions the playoff spot last year. So the Lions are looking for revenge. Lions, Cowboys, what do you got?
Well, it's no surprise here that the Dallas Cowboys are playing at home in Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium. I'm sure that it's no surprise to you as well. They play a lot of games at home. So
they do.
The Detroit Lions, I do think, are going to get their revenge from last season where their playoff spot was temporarily stripped or whatever the hell happened there. They blown call at the end of the game by the refs. What's new? I mean, we saw that tonight where the finger touched the football. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, yeah.
It's ridiculous that on camera, and then they had to come on and excuse the negligence and say that there wasn't a zoomed in view. Like, give me a break. They have every single camera view. But let's hope that the refs don't interfere with this one, because I do think it'll be a close game. But I definitely think that Jared Goff keeps it rolling.
I like it.
I think that Amon-Ra St. Brown and the wide receivers get going. Give me the Lions.
Yeah, this game's going to be real good. I like it a lot. Yeah, this game is going to be, if the Dallas Cowboys lose this game, it's just such a mediocre team. I think I truly believe that the Lions are most likely going to return back to the NFC Championship game this year. And they have, if they keep playing the way that they're playing, they definitely have a good shot at making the Super Bowl, just like they did last year. But hopefully they can clean up some of these trickery BS stuff that they're doing that's costing them playoff victories. But with that being said, we got the Lions getting their redemption victory against the Dallas Cowboys. There in the afternoon, getting a big victory. Jared Goff going off, Amon-Ra St. Brown going off, everybody going off. Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, everybody gets to eat. Jameson Williams, give everybody some touchdowns, give everybody some points, and have a great time doing it because we're going with a guaranteed victory, baby. Yeah, Detroit Lions getting the victory against the Dallas Cowboys, guaranteeing it. Guaranteed.
Okay.
That's going to do it. That is going to do it for this edition of Being on the 50. Yes, we are on with NFL week number 6, and the action is upon us. The 49ers getting the job done to kick us off on Thursday night against the Seahawks and in a very exciting game. What is left to come for the rest of this week? Who knows? I don't know. We'll find out. Brandon, any last words for the people?
Go Niners. I mean, hell of a week. Excited. Next game, we'll be watching. We'll be in Boston. So I'm glad that I'll be able to watch that one with you. That's a big one, but heck of a win tonight. Yeah, heck of a win indeed. Hopefully the Bengals can get the job done on Sunday night in primetime. Joey B playing like an absolute MVP. The defense is costing him his MVP chances right now. So I need them to step it up. But yeah, 49ers getting the victory, kicking us off. Bengals get that victory. Raiders get that victory to help me out. And then Washington Commanders get that victory against those damn Ratbirds. That's going to do it for this edition of Being on the 50. I am one half of the Sports Guys. I am Jacob Cutler. And that is the other half of the Sports Guys. He is Brandon Sullivan. And together, we make up the Sports Guys. That's going to do it for this edition of Being on the 50. And until week 6 review episode, baby, you know what I like to do. Brandon and Jake, we're out.